Hello Young Justice fans, Dark Superboy here again with another video for you based on our favourite superhero series, and today's video is reacting to the next arc in the Young Justice Phantom series, Zatanna's. Let's get started. Oh my god, I love this episode! Okay, first things first, I have to say HBO Max again is really dropping the ball on promoting Young Justice Phantoms because again, even worse this time, they haven't done the Young Justice Phantom Crash Course poster with the selected episodes to binge watch before the beginning of this arc. First arc, this Martian Superboy, got it right off the mark right at the beginning. Second one with the Artemis arc, they released it in episode 3 of 4. They've get this arc, haven't done it on time. I'm wondering if they will do it next week or third week or maybe just after, which is just shows they're getting worse. I'm not too sure how you fudge this up because all it is a picture with some words on it. You've already got the poster, why can't you just put the words on top? I suspected this might happen, so within about an hour I threw up a picture on Paint, and that's got a lot of retweets and likes, more than I was surprised. And then a couple of hours later, Young Justice Wiki decides to throw in, and they do their own, a lot more professional. I really need to know what they did, how they did that, because I only have Paint. But needless to say, I'm not going to hold that back. Let that hold me down. I've got a new arc to watch with Zatanna. I'm really looking actually forward to this one. This is the most one I was looking forward to this season, with the exception of Wally coming back at some point. Fingers crossed. But yeah, Zatanna's story arc. Looking forward to watching this one. I am hoping we get some Dr. Fate Zatanna interaction because that is such an emotional roller coaster when you watch it. Let's get started.
This universe is 16 billion years old.
We've got back.
In those early days, the conflict between stability and change, between stagnation and anarchy, sparked beings of pure energy.
It's the poster diamonds
of order. And puissant lords of chaos.
Oh, okay.
Entrusted to maintain the sacred balance between that balance is undoing.
Wow. What an intro. I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't talk over that. That was just loving that. Obviously the voice of Vandal Savage voice actor Vandal Savage has died, sadly, so I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do. But that voice actor, I've got to look up who that was because yeah, loving that intro. And of course, once you recognise what those posters images are all about with the background in watching these here. Undo, or episode undo in backwards. 13. Okay, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm guessing this is the proteges of Zatanna. Mary! Okay, she's a... she's a spitting image of Zatanna. Oh, Leroy, yes. I looked him up. He's the familiar of 13.
And Mary, you're still thinking too much like a superhero, which is understandable given your history. But
what history?
It isn't just about giving or getting.
What was that? That went a bit weird. What's this? What's this? The Lord of Chaos has just gone off the scales. This is not a good sign. Okay, Vandal Savage.
12 millennia ago, Vandar Adge established a village for his spawn, beings that today would be called metahumans.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of them.
This was to be Vandar's utopia, a place where all his children, those that descended from him and those he had taken under his wing, could live in peace and harmony.
Yeah, that's a thought. A lot.
In time,
Ah,
Vandar left to conquer more lands.
oh no.
Returning to his village in triumph, he discovered
Oh.
his utopia had been undone.
By Clarion? Vandal Savage hangs around with Clarion? After that?
All right, climb aboard. Oh, okay. The dragon it is. I thought we were gonna figure out what that weird energy wave was. Isn't that what we're doing? Fine. Mr. Tawny, I choose you.
It's Mary Marvel!
Class, here's your next test. Try to keep up.
Mary Marvel! Wow, okay.
You didn't have to go all Mary Poppins. You know, we could have taken the subway. Where's the fun in that?
Hey, Mary, I know I'm the new guy here, but what did Zatanna mean when she said that you're still thinking too much like a superhero?
Oh, that. See, I used to be a superhero, Cold Sergeant. Never mind. I was in the covert team, so you wouldn't have heard of me. But I had the power, or, a third of the power anyway, of. Well, I can't actually say it myself. Shazam!
So, what happened?
I was just a kid. I wasn't ready for power back then. I had to give it up.
Oh. That doesn't sound ominous at all. Oh, call back to that crashing school bus. I love that callback.
That was amazing!
Constantine or Etrigan? Oh, Madame Xanadu. Call back from season 1. There she is.
Anyway,
Something incredibly old, something elemental, fundamental
Wow.
to the universe.
So it's going to be like, season 3's with the history of Vandal Savage kind of thing. So we're going to flip back and forth. The Star of Atlantis. Oh, okay, that's going to be her familiar.
hello. I wish to express my appreciation. Thank you for being my anchor on the mortal plane. In return,
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. I hope that man is dead.
300. Why would I listen to you? Give me 1,000 years and I'll show you why. Meet me right back here in this village called Atlantis.
Oh, wow. Hang on, the village of Atlantis? Is this a different Atlantis?
who would do this? What did you do?
No more hunks! No more meddling! You all die today! What do you think you're doing?
Giving as good as I get, straight the
You look like a real boy.
With his own evil power? Damn straight.
You want my power? You can't handle my power!
Slate talk to Sarah.
Tingles! Tingles! They knew I meant tingles!
Colin, the cat is his anchor.
Yes, ma'am, Feliz. Your type always goes for the cat!
Oh, it's calling back from misplaced. Not even the familiar.
If you would oblige me, please.
I wanted to finish off these kids. Sorry to split, losers, but I got other figs to fry. Well, they know what I think.
Thus, the threat of the Chaos Lord was delayed, but not dismissed. Yet in that moment, a bond was forged between an immortal mortal and one of the cosmos's elemental entities.
Come now, stranger. Why do you tell me what I already know?
Phantom Stranger.
Remind you of what must not be forgotten.
Damn you and your enigmatic musings. For once, say what you came here to say.
I'm guessing that's the Legion watching Beast Boy. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love this episode. This is my favourite episode so far of this season. Absolutely love it. So many Easter eggs, so many references, so many questions. I just, wow, loving it. I mean, you could see during my react, I didn't want to interrupt anything or miss a beat because from beginning to end, you had excitement, you had action, you had horror, you had suspense, you had, like, what's going to happen next? I love this one. It's my favourite episode so far. It does remind me a lot of Evolution from Young Justice Season 3. There are lots of similarities in the storytelling of that. In Evolution, you had Cassandra Savage voiceover with present events interspersed with past flashbacks of Vandal Savage. In this one, you've got a Phantom Stranger. We have Phantom Stranger in Young Justice. Yes. Doing the voiceover and flipping between present events and Vandal Savage's flashbacks, which have so many repercussions. There's so much to fit in. I've got to be quick, otherwise this video is going to be like 20 minutes long. So yeah, back. I've even had to write down notes. That Savage's flashbacks. So many ramifications for this one. Like if the majority of his offspring have metahuman abilities, does that mean modern day now for him is like all people with metahuman abilities his descendants, which kind of makes sense of why he gets so annoyed when metahumans and superheroes interfere with his plans, because it would be the equivalent of your grandkids coming into your home, wrecking the place, and then just leaving without them realizing that you're their grandpa. It's like, I now I understand why he groans so much. Also, this would explain why he is so determined to try and get control of the metahumans, because he wants to get control of his grandkids. And understanding why he's so protective of Earth, because he wants to protect humanity, because they are his children. Does bear the question of how does he have kids with people? Does he do some sort of genealogy test to find out whether or not he's related to them before he hooks up with them and gets married and has kids, and has to do bow chicka wow wow with them? Because I don't care how many descendants I wouldn't have any relationship with my great grandchildren. That's just disgusting and weird. I hope there's some sort of test he does. But yeah, moving on from that. Another thing is, he has a village called Atlantis, which gets decimated but not destroyed, and he has his descendants and is given 1,000 years to rebuild and show Clarion what he can do. So in 1,000 years, that village can become a town, which could then become a city. So then you have a city of Atlantis, which means that that city of Atlantis could somehow become the sunken city of Atlantis, and therefore all the Atlanteans are related to Savage as well. And my thinking on this line is that Clarion shows up after the 1,000 years, but we have seen that Vandal Savage had Naboo's helmet at one point, which is a Lord of Order, which would probably came down to balance the scales, one Lord of Order, one Lord of Chaos, and therefore it balances out. And then those two are going to meet, clash, and their resulting battle sink the city, and that's how the Atlantean people are created. The few metagene people that survive, that can survive in the ocean water, carry on, they become their own people, and then you've got Atlanteans. Just like, again, one flashback, so many repercussions. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely marvelous, in fact. And speaking of marvelous, Mary Marvel. Mary Marvel is here. Now, hand on heart, I will admit that I thought that the yellow magical user was going to be Sarah from Mars, having been exiled, transported to Earth, and then she takes human form, which is why that person looked so much like Zatanna and yellow magic. I don't care I was wrong. I absolutely love this. I mean, just so many questions about where she's been. Why isn't she in this human form? She's referenced that she doesn't want that power anymore, and why she doesn't say Shazam, and why she can't say Shazam, but 13 has to say it. And it's just like so much. She references she's got 1/3 of Captain Marvel's powers. Now, does that mean 1/3 in the form it's divided between Billy, herself, and another member of the Marvel family, Freddie Freeman, who has been referenced as well alongside Mary. Greg Weisman dropped a bunch of Zeta-Tube designations way back in season 1 and 2, and B14 and B15, Lieutenant Marvel and Sergeant Marvel, represent Freddie Freeman and Mary. So yeah, what's the correlation there? Because in the old comics, Mary is actually the long lost sister of Billy, but she doesn't have Batson as a surname in this episode. So what's going there? Also, she's Sergeant Marvel. What happened to Lieutenant Marvel with Freddie? What's going on there? There's so many questions, which leads into a good potential story arc for her and character development, and makes us want to watch more, which is a good sign of a brilliant series. Next, also another thing that made me surprised, like, how is she tapping into Shazam wizard powers without transformation? Or is that just Zatanna teaching her? Or was her original form a magic user before being granted the powers of the wizard and Shazam? Next, Shivering Jemmy, the new Lord of Chaos. And boy, does she give off some big Children of the Corn vibes there. Lovely representation of the Lords of Order and Lords of Chaos. Makes me hit myself for thinking, yeah, I just portrayed those sparkles as either in the back on the original poster, either Yellow Lantern, which was wrong, but they are actually representing of the Lords of Chaos and Order, and not magical sparkles from Clarion and Zatanna, which makes me really want to go back to the poster and think, is there anything else there that I missed? Potentially, and it's going to have a lot of fans going back as well. And that's, again, a great sign of promotional work from the Young Justice crew, that you actually want to go and see past promotional stuff to watch recent things. But yeah, super creepy, this girl. Innocent on the outside, but no heart and soul whatsoever, or empathy, which makes sense considering she is a magical being of the dimensions of time and space and has been here since the beginning of the universe. Which also explains Clarion's inept to just seeing humans as toys and games, and also sadly why Lords of Order are also douchebags, because they take away their parents from their daughters. I'm looking forward to that interaction. Seriously, if I was in the Young Justice universe, I would get a crowbar and try and pry Dabu off of Zatara's head with my bare hands. That is so unfair what they did. But you need a Lord of Order to fight a Lord of Chaos. Does this mean we're going to get another Lord of Order because another Lord of Chaos has shown up? And is that the tipping of the scales and the potentiality of an all-out war that we get one more? Oh, you've got one more Lord of Chaos, I've got one more Lord of Order. Oh, I'll put down another Lord. And then it's just tipping of the magic and becomes all chaos, because we know at the end of this, a big fight is going to ensue that could potentially bring chaos to the world. To the point of fact, it reminded me when Madame Xanadu called Zatanna's proteges Sentinels of Magic, it reminded me of the synopsis of the final episode of Zatanna's story arc, which says Zatanna rallies the Sentinels of Magic before chaos consumes the earth. So the proteges are going to be in that final battle as well. Shivering Gemmy, absolutely terrifying. I thought that scene in the trailers was multiple people. No, it's just one person that has been gutted and turned inside out for examination of how people's bodies work. Super creepy and disgusting. And I'm also loving how she tracked down Clarion by going to a highly magically used area in season 1 from the episode Misplaced, where Clarion and a bunch of other wizards use magic to separate the children and the parents back in season 1. Yeah, so many Easter eggs and so many references. I can't name them all in this video, but if you've spotted something, by all means put it in the comment section below. This episode, amazing. I'm going to go back and watch it again. So much to enjoy and see. But yeah, I've been Dark Superboy. This has been a video on Young Justice. Please like, comment and subscribe. Your support does mean everything. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I'm pushing nearly 850 now. Please subscribe, please like, and please share. But yeah, this has been a video on Young Justice. I've been Dark Superboy. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let hope burn bright.